Like wine with food, the greatest pleasure is had in the pairing. So it is with Holmes and Watson, a play that is perfectly paired with this downtown dinner theater venue. And so it is too with the players paired as Sherlock and the Good Doctor. The performances of Robin Downward and Jason Marks could not be more complimentary. Well tuned to one another, intuitive and impeccably timed in speech, movement, and song, they gave me the impression I was watching gold medal synchronized swimmers. While the success of this spirited musical romp is not dependent on plotting, there is just enough of a storyline, and for our star sleuth and his sidekick, there is sufficiently satisfying high-stakes mystery to solve. No less than the very survival of the monarchy, if not the entirety of the British Empire, depends on their success in besting Holmes' historic nemesis, James Moriarty. The style of the production is consciously, but not self-consciously, campy, and sometimes over the top, but what makes this play most likable is the sincerity of these chaps' mutual respect and affection. They are nothing less than an old married couple roaming the familiar territory of a sumptuous dark wood and leather parlor of a British gentleman. By the way, set designer Craig Hudson deserves kudos for creating this lived-in look and feel. Holmes incessantly calls on Watson to help him find out what he's misplaced, and Watson forever files complaints that Holmes leaves him out of the loop. An offstage piano, Macon Iverson, and violin, Crystal Reeves, provide strong and supple support for the rich and well-blended baritones of Downward and Marks, who boast broad comedic and vocal ranges. In one number, they sound off with true poignancy and longing for the loves of their lives. In another, they prance about with panache, chortling over Queen Victoria's secret, making the most of a bad and overwrought pun. The funniest duet has them harmonizing in their most flamboyant falsettos. If this play were a wine, I'd liken it to France's fruity and festive Beaujolais Nouveau. Fermented quickly and bottled shortly after harvest, this Beaujolais trades off complexity for pure delight and drinkability. In fact, in a Wikipedia entry, a wine critic goes as far to compare the drinking of Beaujolais Nouveau to eating cookie dough. Well, for the record, while this wine critic may have meant that as a half-baked insult, I see the analogy as a compliment. I like cookie dough. So while I acknowledge that Holmes and Watson may not be as memorable on the palate as, say, a vintage port, it provided for me a fruity and fully festive evening of theater. It was especially tasty paired with the coconut-encrusted ahi tuna. See the play at the Oregon Cabaret Theater through June 5th. And please do feel free to leave a comment on the website and let me know what you think about the show and about my review. And by the way, if you don't want to miss a review or a feature about the theater, click on the upper left part of my front page to subscribe to by email. Thanks.